Okay. I think I can hear you now. So, tell me a little bit about you, like why you are learning English and uh, why, basically, why are you learning English?
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, I think English is so important for daily life.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the most speaking language around the world. So I think it's important for me to learn English just for you know um, communicate with other people from different countries.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, I would like to apply to IELTS test. I don't know when
Okay.
yet, but I will try to apply for academic IELTS
Mm-hmm.
for studying a PhD program, I think.
Okay. Sounds good. So, few things I can recommend you for practicing your fluency. All right.
Yeah.
So, try to talk about a topic that you're very familiar with. Okay. So,
Okay.
tell me what kind of topic do you like? Like, do you like movies? Do you like sports? Like, what is your favorite topic to talk about?
For today, okay. Maybe
Not for today, in general. What?
in general.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I don't know.
Like when you got.
Family. Family.
Okay,
It
family.
could be.
Okay, so that means you like to talk about things happening around you and your family members, things like that, right? So,
Yeah.
my suggestion to you would be whenever you speak English to someone, try to talk about topics you are very knowledgeable about, like things that you already know, right? So, for
Okay.
example, if I like football, when I talk to someone, I can talk in very depth conversation, right? The reason I can do that because I have knowledge about football and what's going on in the football history, right? So when you talk about topics that you already know, you can come up with words and sentences. But if you try to speak about a topic that you have no idea, you'll get stuck, you'll mumble, and you have no idea like what to talk about the next, right? So that's why I always talk about things you know, you have proper knowledge about. That's one thing. um, Start with small topics, small sentences and stuff like that. So I believe we have another user among us, Zamir. Hi, Zamir.
Hello there.
How are you?
Hi.
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. How about you?
We are doing very good. So maybe you can share some ideas for Dee if she can use in her daily life.
Hello, Dee.
Hi, Samir.
All right. So, okay, I was just listening to you people, and as far as I heard about, Dee is preparing for IELTS, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Ah, yes. All right. So, uh, I mean, are you already prepared for your IELTS, or you are just preparing yet?
I'm trying to do this first connection with platforms to practicing for
Ah,
IELTS.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I got you. So, this is one of the practice sessions that IELTS preparation, especially for the speaking module. All right. And the I what I heard is like you're aiming to pursue your PhD
I will apply, I think, next year
for the fellowship.
for the
Okay.
PhD. Yep.
All right. So what is your discipline?
Medicine.
Ah, medicine. Okay. All right. So are you practicing already somewhere?
I'm lecturing.
Oh, you're working as a lecturer already in a
Yeah.
medical college?
Yes.
Aha, good to know that. Where exactly is that? Like in Where are you taking, I mean, giving the classes?
Where is located the medical school? You mean?
Exactly. In which particular location?
Yeah, it is located in Bogota, Colombia, South America.
Colombia, South America. Colombia, South America. All right, got you. So you're looking for your PhD in where, in North America or somewhere in Europe?
I searching for a PhD program in North America,
Hmm.
Canada, or even German. Germany.
Germany. Hmm.
Yes, Germany.
Ah, okay, right. Okay. For medicine, right. I think yes, North America is always a priority for any PhD program, always, because they have got a great value. Uh, why not England for a PhD in medicine?
I think England is very expensive, and
Okay.
also because I will move with my family. So in German or Canada, they offer PhD programs that you can stay there for a short terms, and then you can study from your country
Mm-hmm.
the other
Right.
time. It doesn't happen in England, and nor I mean, I think it's not the possibility in North America.
Well, as far as I have heard, especially people looking for their higher studies like PhD program, the level 5 programs, family can be taken along with them, especially in Canada. Uh, I don't know whether they are still flexible about this, because I know many of my colleagues or many of my students, they have already taken flight where their spouses has gone as a dependent. And what I saw is, like, for example, the applicant will be pursuing the master's following PhD, and the dependent will be going there with the allowance of working for the full time. So I think we can, like, try for that scheme, particularly the PNP programs in Canada.
Yeah, I think Canada it could be a good option.
Yes, that's right, because they allow the because they think family is a priority, and Canada is actually is a scarcity, is they're suffering a scarcity of population, and they need a good very manpower,
Yeah.
and they're really inviting the skilled people. And you, for medicine, well, you are the best choice for them indeed.
Okay, thank you for the advice.
Well, it is not an advice, just a suggestion.
Suggestion.
Just a suggestion. That's
Okay.
right. Okay, right. So so far, like, tell me more about your IELTS. Like, how's it going? How's the preparation going?
I think I just started, and I think my weakness would be speaking. But
Well,
I
so
heard
far,
that.
you sound very spontaneous. I mean, from the very first minute, you sound very confident and very spontaneous. Just okay. Of course, you're a lecturer of a medicine, so you must be very confident. So no doubt about that. And okay, tell me about. I want to hear about your experience of teaching or lecturing about medicines. I'm really interested.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I started the lecturing since 2006. After I graduated from medicine, and then I started with undergraduate students, and now I mean, from 6 or 7 years ago, I started lecturing with postgraduate students. The areas I teach are occupational health and safety, and also in research methodology.
All right, right. So it's been a long time that you're teaching, since 2006.
Yes.
Ah, wow. That's a mountain of experience. Definitely. Right. So, the medicine PhD that you're looking for, especially, I mean, I'm just curious to know about like PhD. Actually, what is the ambition of getting a PhD degree? Is that to just enrich your knowledge, or is there are some social benefits you find out from these PhD programs?
I think both.
Hmm.
Firstly, for my current job, because it's in a university, of course, they, I think, push me to escalate in my career, and they need teachers uh, with PhD degrees. Otherwise, it would be it would be difficult for the uni to stay in a good ranking around the world and even in
Oh.
Latin America. So they
Mhm.
push every time lecturers to get a better qualification. You know.
That's right. That will be easy for you to get promotions for high rankings.
Yes, of course, of course.
Hmm. You mean the
And
professor, the dean, these kind of positions?
yes, yes, that's
Hmm.
true.
Right.
And the second reason is, I mean, social, it would be not that important for me, but for academic environment is good for actually for my country to have a PhD program, because you can apply for grants or for some um, research helpings. How
Hmm.
to say that?
The
Research,
funds, the
yeah,
funds
funds.
you're talking about.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. So
Right.
having a PhD degree is easily rather than having master degree.
Ah, okay. So, like, isn't it very time consuming? Like PhD, you need a lot of research work. It takes a lot of time, effort. I mean, how difficult it is to pursue a PhD? Can you just let me know about that?
Oh yeah, I think everybody knows that a PhD, coursing a PhD program, it would be very uh, difficult, time consuming, with very high effort. But I think it would be uh, right, just I don't know. Um, I think that you have to be um, very
Consistent
prompt to
about that?
have.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
No, you have to be consistent, very much,
Yeah,
isn't it?
consistent, and actually your family has have to be
Support.
also in the
Yes, very supportive.
same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to trying to understand you.
Right.
The
It requires a lot of sacrifices. I can
yeah
say that.
sacrifices. Yeah.
Right. For both the family and the individual applicant, it's really a matter of patience, a lot of patience.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things to think about that is the topic you are searching for, or choosing, is better to say,
Hmm.
is choosing for your thesis, because obviously the effort and sacrifices would be you know putting in that effort. So for me is difficult to choosing the topic,
So, okay,
because
now,
I don't
okay.
want to
Mhm.
be. martyr. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be. I don't want to have a big suffering with that decision.
Ah, right. Okay, so choosing the topic is a vital point here.
Yes.
So on it depends the your I mean success depends on particular choice of topic. That's very important. And now, usually when you finish your PhD, is that that you come out with some positive results or some new outcomes in your PhD?
Are you referring to
In
research
general,
results
in
in
general,
general?
when a people do a PhD, do they really come out with the new outcomes or results that benefit the society, or it contributes to science or philosophy or whatever discipline it was? How does it contribute?
Yeah, I think you have a PhD degree. We contribute with science research in my case,
Hmm.
and also for the country development.
Right. Okay. So what
In
exactly
terms,
was I'm expecting is like a new outcome comes out in the PhD results. There is a new outcome that people get in that PhD.
um, I think yes. I think if you have your PhD thesis, you must contribute with science. So you have to be
Mhm.
you have to have a good outcome in terms of academics and research.
Right. Hmm. Okay. So a lot of hard work, undoubtedly, I must say.
Yeah.
Right. So, what time exactly is it in now, Colombia?
Excuse me, could you repeat me the question?
What is the exact time right now? What time is it now in
Ah,
Colombia?
it's 4 p.m. 4:24 p.m. right now. Where where
4:24 p.m.
p.m. Yeah. Where you
Okay.
guys are located right now? Right now.
Well, in my place, it's 11:25 p.m. So it's like we are like 7 hours ahead.
Okay.
And yes, I mean 4:25 p.m. Is it like 25th? The date? Same. It's 25th of May there or what?
Yes, year is 25th.
Okay, so it's like 7 hours ahead here. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
Okay.
she mentioned she would be taking IELTS exam, right? So what are the things she should consider? Like,
Well, regarding IELTS preparation, she's looking for higher studies. Academic IELTS is the only choice she has got to take. And regarding preparation, she has already in a platform to help herself with the speaking preparation. And regarding listening, reading, and writing, well, it is recommended that a self study could be the best possible choice. And of course, there are good guidelines from the Cambridge itself. There is a series of book from Cambridge which is called the Bible of IELTS. Definitely, those references are the best reference to help you, especially D. I'm talking about. Those are the best guidelines. There are the latest series like 17, or you can go for volume 15, 16, 17 of Cambridge. Go through the book, go through the test, and see how much you are able to answer the questions, especially considering the time. The challenging would be like about the writing or maybe uh, reading, because this reading usually for the medical students, reading is like a piece of cake because they are really habituated of reading a lot. And regarding writing, it's a bit different one because IELTS writing is not a general writing.
Yep.
There are two parts, two skills to answer. One is like the report writing, where you have to describe or write a report, in fact, about based on a diagram. That could be a graph, bar chart, or a pie chart. So there are some particular formats the examiner, especially the Cambridge examiner, looks for when they're examining the copies. So going through some guidelines given by the Cambridge itself, or the going some video tutorials, it can help you to have a good idea. And especially because the time is very limited, it's 20 minutes. We usually prefer to finish writing task 1, and the rest of the 40 minutes should be allotted for writing task 2, which includes the revision time as well. Very, very important. Revision time can uh, ensure that your point 0.5 score would make, there would be a difference of 0.5 band, 0.5 scores. Like if you are without revision where you're getting 6, with revision it might help you to get 6.5. There is a very good chance about this.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
and of course, sorry, there was an
Right.
interruption. Okay, so regarding writing, the essay writing, which is an argumentative writing, we have to make sure that idea can be anything. Idea, it's about like how presentable is the idea, and when you're writing, make sure that cohesion and coherence are well followed. This is really important,
Yeah.
because you have to make your writing as magical. Like, for example, you have to indulge the reader into your writing in a way that will help you to get the score. We shouldn't be confusing the examiner. We should be sticking to the towards the topic, making sure that we have enough number of body paragraphs, and the intro and conclusions are well maintained. And sometimes it happens we may write just to fill up the word limit. We sometimes go off the track, so we have to make sure we don't write off the track.
How
Topic
about
sentence,
how about
examples, these are very important. Linking words and phrases. Too much of phrases, or jargons. When I say jargons, is like the bombastic words, because
Mhm.
many candidates, when preparing themselves for IELTS writing, they think that if I can use like some bombastic or jargon words, a number of phrases, it will really help me to get good marks. But it doesn't happen like that. Consider
Mhm.
yourself as a newspaper reader. For example, you are reading an article, you're reading a news in a newspaper. If the whole news was full of phrases and jargon words, you won't be interested. So even the Cambridge, they don't expect the candidate to come up with all the philosophical literature related those phrases and the less common words. It's like that you have to sound natural, okay?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's very obvious, because these Cambridge examiners are professional. Every day they are correcting hundreds of, I mean, not even, if not 100, at least 40 to 50 copies they are examining. So they know if somebody is writing memorized one or not, if somebody is following some template or memorizing an essay and writing it down. They
Okay.
catch it very, 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 very easily. So it's
Very good.
very hard to trick these guys. And
Okay.
regarding reading, well, you have a good practice of reading. And being a teacher, you are really in the world of education, so it won't be a big deal for you. But you have to be like quick thinker in IELTS reading, because you have limited time, 60 minutes to answer 40 questions. So you
I
have to
think
be
this
quick.
is the
That's it.
challenge. That's
No,
the
it's just a
challenge.
matter of
The
practice.
time.
Trust me, just a matter of practice. The more you get habituated with this reading passages, answering the questions, the more test you face, the more fun you will have. Even you will just have fun. It's just how much time you have invested for the hours is reading preparation. Listening, well, until or unless there are some exceptional issues, listening is not that hard at all. And because we all know that 40 questions to be answered, you listen, at the same time you answer the questions. And make sure that you listen to different audios. Because in Cambridge IELTS you can expect accents that could relate to British,
Mhm.
that could relate to Australian, that could relate to Canadian. But of course, these accents are really understandable. They do not use any such accent, or any hard accent that would be difficult for a candidate to follow. Definitely, those are very understandable. the dialects or accents that would be used, because it is for the foreigners, it is not for the English speakers, the IELTS test.
Oh, yeah, I hope so because
Yeah, it is,
I'm
it is.
afraid of that.
No, no, not at all, trust me. It is like, yes, if you're not habituated to watch English movies, it would sound a bit different to you, because people who usually watch English movies, if it's an American, whether it's in a British BBC series, whatever it is, the more you watch this kind of shows, English shows, the more you get habituated. I mean, for example, the way you, which language do you speak in Colombia? Is it
Spanish.
Spanish?
Yeah.
That's right. The way you speak Spanish, I mean, that's your mother tongue, that's your native language. Now, on the other hand, when I am being a foreign speaker, when I would be listening to Spanish language, you speaking Spanish language, and I am an audience, and I would feel that you are really speaking too fast,
Yeah.
whereas you are speaking in your natural speed. And that's where the difference happens. So get yourself habituated with the tempo, with the speed, with the flow of English speaker speaks. So what I would recommend is, like, if you think that would be a bit challenging for you, try to watch the English talk shows, the debates, the news. Watch them, okay? Because it helps you both for your listening and speaking at the same time.
Of course, and it is recommended to see with the subtitles, or it's better to watch
Well,
just
well, well.
to see
What
the
what I
sound.
what I would recommend as a starter, okay, fine. Go with the subtitle as well as a beginner if you're really a beginner. But if you can understand without the subtitle, fair enough. Why not without the subtitle? Because what happens, is like, we as a human being, we are really we're too reluctant to get out of our comfort zone. So when there is a subtitle, what you do is, like, you concentrate mostly on reading rather than listening.
Okay.
We are mentally set up that, oh, there is a subtitle, let me read that out. So what happens is, like, you miss the scenario, you miss the show, and you intend to listen less and read more. So that is a disadvantage of having a subtitle when you're watching something. So
Yeah, you're right.
what I recommend is, like, okay, what do you do is, like, take it as a job. For the next 5 minutes of time of this show, I'm going to listen, because everything's available on YouTube and you can repeat it again and again. So for the next 5 minutes of time, I'm just going to listen. And in this 5 minutes of time, if I think I had a difficulty, I will repeat the same thing once, twice,
Mhm.
thrice, as many times as possible. And until I'm convinced, yes, I at least understood 90% of the audio while watching the video. Okay,
Mm.
so take it
Okay.
as a job. So what you're doing is, like, you're not reading, rather you are training your brain. Train the brain with the English words, pronunciation, intonation, the dialects or the accent.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Um, can I ask you something?
Go
For
ahead.
example, in this moment, are you speaking in your usual speed?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
What?
Because sometimes I think when people are speaking to you in English that is not your native
Uh-huh.
uh,
Uh-huh.
tongue, maybe people try to speak slower than usual,
Okay.
but
Right.
it's not this case, isn't it?
Well, if you ask me, it's like how much you're comfortable with the language.
With English?
Yes, how much you are comfortable with the language, it depends on that. You are going fast, you're going slow, you're going at a moderate speed. It's like how much you're enjoying when you're speaking the language. It depends on that, actually. It's not about, like, you're trying to speak too fast or you're going too slow. Yes, when you're going slow, it means, like, I'm a bit of struggling. I mean, I need to think first then speak. So this is like, what happens is, like, when I'm not that much habituated, when I'm not that comfortable, So that particular moment, what happens is like I love to go. So I don't love actually. I am uh, not able to speak faster than this. Okay, because I need to think and speak. So the best way possible is like listen to English, copy and repeat yourself. Listen and repeat, listen and repeat, listen and repeat. The more you listen, the better it is. The more you speak, the confident you are. So this is how it actually, you are a teacher, so you know better than I, and you understand how the human brain works. Right,
That's correct. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Samir.
of course.
And I was talking before you arrived. I was talking with I don't know what's the name of admin.
Hello,
Um.
admin. Is he? I'm not sure is he there or not.
Sure, my name is
Okay.
Arash.
Oh, Arash. Yes. Hi, Arash.
Hi, go ahead.
What's your name? Sorry, I couldn't
Arash,
understand.
Arash.
All
Arash.
right.
He's
All right.
Arash.
Oh, thank you, Arash. So we were talking about that this is actually my first time using properly this app. So I don't know if you guys can explain me if this application works in some um, schedule time, or it is openly all day long. And
Sure.
because I see that people that join this app is from different parts of the world, and obviously the time is different for everyone.
Right. So yes, we are open 24/7. So anytime you visit this app, if you don't see anyone, that means we are not available, pretty much. But this room is open 24/7, so you'll find someone speaking to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Mhm.
And what's the difference between group sessions and the other option you can choose?
So yes,
Because okay,
so
okay,
the group session is basically random user popping in, popping out, like we three are talking. So there's no admin or moderating the chat. So this is more like people just coming in, hanging out, talking to each other. The speak room where we have host usually communicate with the users based on topics and things like that. So we give you topics to talk about, like just in general, basically.
okay. Thank you for explaining
You're welcome.
for the explanation. Okay, guys.